Hi, I'm Kathryn. Welcome to my making adventure. Today I am not going to rock my chair while I film. I am starting my 9th cast on as part of the 12 cast ons make along hosted by Ange of Yarn and Yarns. And I am doing a crochet project. Surprise! I think I had hinted at this and I wasn't for sure if I was going to try it or not. But I'm going to try it. That's what the make-along's for. If I don't enjoy it, I can rip it out. One of my friends had posted like, hey, could anybody make this? And it was like a link to a free cat amigurumi pattern. And so I'm trying it. I have this Cotton Kings yarn that I use for dishcloths and the appropriate crochet hook. Follow the link from Facebook to the website with the directions. And I actually started already while I was getting my children to bed. And I am, don't lose that stitch, am this far into the head. I think this is the top of the head. I have some more rows straight to knit before I do the decreases. It is it is crocheted in pieces. So I have to do the head, the torso, 2 arms, 2 legs, a tail, 2 ears. Embroider all the, and a mouth. Embroider the eyes and stuff on. And sew it all together. And the head is already this big. So I only have 1 skein of this color and I thought it would be enough. That's the other thing I wanted to figure out. I was like, how much yarn does this take? So I need to figure out if I can offer to make her a couple or not. And that depends on the yarn situation. So, because I don't think I have any full skeins of this left. That's why I've been making a lot of scrappy dishcloths. Other than white. But, so yeah, here's my update. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday. Nope. I don't know why I said Thursday. This is my initial update. It's 9 o'clock on Saturday, January, I think it's the 17th. And so I'm going to work on it a little bit more, but I probably won't update you again until tomorrow. So we'll see how much I can get done this weekend. Hi, it is Sunday now, and I've been working on my Crocheted Cat, and I almost have a whole head. Ta-da! So the ears are crocheted separately and attached, and the face is crocheted, stuffed, embroidered, and attached. It is by no means perfect. The ears took me like 3 tries to be happy with it, and I'm pretty happy with them now. And I still have to put on eyes, but you can see the nose and mouth. Which maybe that was too light of a color, but I'm learning. And I have started the torso. So I want to put the eyes on, and then it's torso, 4 legs, and a tail. So it's feeling possible at this point. I'm gonna keep working on it. I might finish like the torso, and the eyes would be like a good goal for today. I am worried that this is not going to be enough yarn. It started out, I think it was 100 grams. Oh, 50 grams. But I know I had used some before I started the cat, so I really have like, but I think I probably had at least 40 grams still. I have no idea how much. It's hard to wrap my mind around how much, like crocheting a little cat, how much yarn we'll use. But I don't have any more of that gray. I have quite a bit of white. And then I have like little bits of random colors. So I do have some black, which I think I'll use for the eyes, to stitch on the eyes. This is probably like 30 grams, 25, without weighing it. So that's obviously enough to embroider on the eyes. I was thinking when I was doing the face that I wished I was holding the yarn double for the embroidery. So I might try that for the eyes, because then I'm thinking of doing like straight line. In the pattern, the eyes are like straight lines, but giving it little eyelashes on either side, or wrinkle marks. I'm giving the cat little eyelashes. I spoke with my friend today. Nobody else has offered to make them for her like she wanted, and she's hoping for like 5, which is still a lot, and I would definitely need to get more of this yarn, but I think she'd be willing to do that for me, and then I could make the cats with it. I am a little disappointed with how this part of the cat's face is sitting down. It doesn't feel like quite straight. And what's weird is this is like a tube. So you don't knit a flat face and sew it on. You knit it like a tube and then you stuff it and sew it on. I might kind of adjust that because I feel like I could knit a little oval flat, sew it on, and maybe stuff it or not. And that would be a little bit easier to make it more even. We'll see. Torso's next, and I have like 17 rounds of plain crochet to do. And like they're continuous rounds, so keeping track of the rounds is actually kind of tricky. And I don't have a lot of confidence in myself yet with that. So I'm like moving my stitch marker every round to try to keep track of that. So one time I wove in like a piece of yarn. I might try that. But for now, this is what I've got going. And I have coffee still, so I have a little bit of time that I'm going to work on this. It is kind of fiddly and not like my favorite thing to be working on, but 5 cats is probably a decent project for the 12 cast ons. Yeah. I wonder if she would want them like in bright colors. Like one of the photos of them is like bright. It's like yellow or orange or green or blue. I wonder if she thinks her students would like that. The pattern is in Japanese and translated to English. Available only, I think, on a website. So I will link the website below. I'm gonna tell you, the designer is Nekoyama, with 0 knowledge of Japanese language. And so like it says that you're not allowed to sell any of them that you make, or obviously you can't sell the pattern. So it was originally in Japanese, but it's been translated to English on the website, but the website is still Japanese. So I did print it because I was having trouble keeping track of like all the, like each row is important. And so keeping track of how many of the rows I'd done or this or that. So I like to be able to write on my pattern. So yeah, I'll probably give you one more update on this later tonight, hopefully, maybe tomorrow. We shall see. Okay, so it's Monday night and I have not worked on the project at all. I just didn't get a chance today. So I'm still gonna wrap up this video. I think I worked a little bit last night after I filmed. So I have the cat, I have its face, I put on eyes, a nose and a little mouth, and I finished the body, the torso. And I still have to make the 4 legs and the tail. I, however, do not have enough gray yarn to do the legs in this gray. So I think I'm going to do the paws in the gray and then the rest of the leg in white and hope it doesn't look too silly. One of the things is that this torso closure is much smaller than the head. So I don't know if I'm supposed to like, and there are not clear directions here. I don't know if I'm supposed to like mattress stitch them together or if I'm supposed to like place the head over the top part of the torso and seam it down. So like the neck goes in the cat. Or I'm supposed to sort of like scrunch the cat to fit, the head to fit around the neck. I do not know. So that will be for later. I'm not worrying about it too much because I want to attach the legs and arms before I stuff this. Although it might honestly be a little bit easier afterwards because this closure is only big enough for one finger. What I did with the head was I like tied knots on the inside instead of having to weave in all the ends. That felt pretty secure. But that's not going to work on this narrow of an opening, is it? Might work for the arms depending on how high I put them. The legs, probably not. And the tail, probably not. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, I would like to still try to finish this project fairly quickly because if my friend wants like 5 or 6 of them by the end of the school year, and I need more yarn to make that happen, and I want to make sure that I'm like doing them in a way that she likes them. So I will need to stay on top of this, but I think I'm ready to put it away for a little while. And part of the problem is during this busy week that we have, I just don't have time to work on a project like this that takes all of my attention and both my hands and my eyes to work on it. Whereas I can knit. So I need a knitting project. So stay tuned for an update on the cat. Thanks for watching. If you've made any stuffies before, let me know what you've made before. Crocheted, knitted, large, small, soft, cotton. And let me know what kind of stuffing you used. I have polyfill, but part of this says to use like weighted beads. So I'm probably just going to use like beans. Tell me if you think that's a horrible idea. I would appreciate your advice as I move forward on this project. All right, God bless. Bye.